So you have cycled through the typical Rolex stages, wearing your first new sportsy Rolex, going then a bit more niche, perhaps with a Sky Dweller or a Milk Hours, and then you moved on to vintage or some other obscure day-date variation, and now you are feeling like you have seen it all with Rolex, so now what? Well, Watch World has obviously way more to offer than just the crown. So for this video, I will present you 7 really fantastic and special watches, which are A, not a Rolex, and B, a true enrichment to any watch collection out there. So let's get started. And first we're starting out with a German classic and one of my favorite watches from Glashütte, the A. Lange & Söhne 1815. It comes in a very classic but not too tiny 38.5 diameter. The case is made from 18K rose gold and is up to 3 bar water resistant. The dial's color is called Argent and is made from solid silver with a small second at 6, and it has a blued sword hands. The watch has a power reserve of about 55 hours and comes on an alligator strap with a matching pin buckle, of course. The retail price is at $31,100 and it is currently available on the gray market for, let's say about $20,600. This watch made the list because it blends together so many things lots of people love about watches into, one really stunning package. It is handmade in Glashütte, the mecca of watches in Germany, and it is more or less the entry model into the brand with its, very classic timeless look. It could very well be your one and done watch if you are someone who prefers a classic look over practical sports watches, for example. And I mean, come on, just look at the movement here. It is beautifully decorated by hand and something you could definitely admire for hours on end. Next up, we have something very different to the A. Lange & Söhne. It is the Oris Aquis Caliber 400. It is a larger diver with a 43.5mm diameter and a lug-to-lug of 50mm. So this is definitely something for larger wrists. It is a full steel diver from the independent Swiss watchmaker Oris with a 300-meter water resistance and a full-on 5-day power reserve coming from their in-house Caliber 400. It also has a dated 6 and a ceramic bezel on top and has a current retail price of $4,300 and goes for about $3,240 on the gray market. So this one made the cut for many reasons, but I want to point out the, mainly 2 things. Well, first, you cannot overlook the fact that the movement has been made to look like a teddy bear, which is the mascot of Oris. And if that wasn't enough, you also get a full 5-day power reserve from it, which is incredible. And secondly, this extra large diver goes for a really great price, considering its specs, which I think is amazing too. And we're going to continue with the Longines Zulu Time Spirit. I've had this one in a review earlier this year, and it has quickly become one of my favorite GMT watches right now. It has a 42mm diameter with a 49.9mm lug-to-lug and a water resistance of 100m. It is a full steel watch and the GMT complication is completed with the date at 6 o'clock with a retail price of $3,600 and a current market price for about $2,400. With most GMT watches, you get a bezel in 2 colors to differentiate between day and night time. But if you prefer a more classic, toned down look, this Zulu Time is perfect for you with its unicolor bezel. Even better if you're into interesting dials too, because this has an incredibly detailed dial with its different levels and applied indices, for example. It is overall A, and when I say that, I mean that in the best way possible. Very aesthetically pleasing and nice to look at watch. It is well balanced between elegant and casual, so that you could also wear this on a leather strap. Next up, I want to show you the Alpine Eagle 41 XPS from Chopard, which holds a couple of surprises. But first, let's cover the hard facts of this one. This is a 41mm diameter watch with a lug-to-lug of 47mm and a water resistance of up to 100 meters. Chopard calls this galvanized dial's color Monte Rosa pink, and the watch is powered by their in-house caliber LUC 9640. With a 65-hour power reserve, which is a bit over 2.5 days. According to Chopard, this is a hypoallergenic steel for those who might have an issue with the regular 316L steel alloy, for example. And this swirly pattern is made to resemble the iris of an eagle, hence the name Alpine Eagle. You rarely get a salmon-colored dial like this, and that paired with the octagonal case shape makes it a really beautiful, modern take on those cold classics from Chopard from the 80s. And so for watch number 5 on this list, I would like to suggest you another German watch from Glashütte, but this time it is the Nomos Club Sport Neomatic. It has a compact 37mm diameter with a 47.7 lug-to-lug, and it comes on a full steel case and bracelet. It has a small second at 6. It is water resistant up to 200 meter. And the full sleeve bracelet is fixed to the case with a quick change system, which I really appreciate. It has some colors available, mainly the petrol and a cool tone dark blue and also black. They're all PVD coated with a retail price of $3,150 and a current market price of $2,500. This is one of the very few full steel watches from Watchmaker Nomas, and it combines a very unique and minimalistic design approach with their incredible German craftsmanship. I also really like the fact that they went for a very different kind of green with the petrol one, than we see on most other green dot watches right now. Okay, so now that we have covered some more casual watches, it is time to go back to some of the classics, more specifically the Jaeger LeCoultre Ultramaster Thin Tourbillon. It is a modern 40mm diameter dress watch with a 18 karat rose gold case, elegant dauphin hands on a black alligator strap with a double folding clasp to match the solid gold case, of course. The highlight here is clearly obviously the tourbillon at 6 o'clock, and when you flip the watch around you can also see the JLC has skeletonized a rotor on the in-house caliber 978 with a power reserve of about 45 hours. The price here is only on request, but you can find online offers starting from about $14,000. And yeah, this JLC is one of those true classics that don't look dusty or boring or like old-fashioned. And the tourbillon paired with the incredibly detailed movement is a real looker. But the best part here is really how JLC lets the tourbillon shine on the dial without any distraction, so you can really appreciate it fully. And lastly, I cannot finish this list without at least one watch from one of my favorite watchmakers, Cartier. For this, I want to show you the Cartier Santos date in large. It is a rectangular case, so it measures 39.8 to 47.5 millimeter with an automatic 1847 caliber from Cartier and has a date at 6 o'clock. It has the classic blue sword hands from Cartier, a silver opening dial with the Roman numerals that we all love, and has the blue synthetic spinel on the crown. You also get a smart link extension to adjust your bracelet on the go, and the steel case is water resistant up to 100 meter. It currently retails for $7,050 and is available for a bit less on the gray market for about like $5,800. And yeah, this one is the Cartier. It's a classic choice that goes unnoticed lots of times, unfortunately, and I wish that this would change. It is made for large wrists, but it is also available in smaller sizes if that's what you want. The design has been a classic ever since its very first version was released, and I am sure it will still be a classic in 50 years to come. And here we have it, 7 exciting and great watches that are not Rolex, with all of their hard facts and what makes them so special. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, I recommend subscribing to my channel, and then I will see you in my next one.